Good gun. Good gun. Kom nu, komt. Coming off dash. Coming off dash. They're gonna shoot. They're gonna fucking shoot. Found Robbie. Found Robbie. Found Josh. Ask him where they are. Fucking shoot him.
He's natural.
I know some of the questions was why didn't we shoot back and all of that. That particular vehicle didn't have any gun ports in the doors with windows, so that wasn't a great option. I would have had to open the door to engage him with a rifle. At that stage my vehicle was my weapon and my cover, so that was my first option to use until it's exhausted, until the vehicle has been shot out or disabled completely. Then my follow-up actions would have changed. But at that stage that was my first option, and that's what we used. So I went after the audio again. At that stage there were 6 armed men on the highway. I tried to chase the audio down. He went into entrance of a hotel close by. I pushed him around. He went over those concrete balls. He got stuck. I tried to get over the concrete balls to get close to him, and I got stuck. And unfortunately that's where the whole thing ended. So that's how that incident happened. The severity of the gunshots, or the accuracy of the gunshots, is evident that it was not a first-time robber or a untrained person behind those AKs and the other weapons that they've used. You could see they were well prepared. The modus operandi is what they normally use. We know that, and that was my go-to plan. The only thing you can really do in a situation like that is try to pre-visualize what you're going to do. There's unfortunately no ways that any person, any training provider can train you specifically in a real life scenario like that to do. So in my mind I knew my weapon was my vehicle, and that is how I was going to utilize it. And I kept on pre-visualizing what I will do, and luckily that kicked in. It was an instinctive action. In a situation like that, one cannot formulate plans once the shots is incoming, and once everything starts happening, then a lot of your actions is based on instinctive actions, and those instinctive actions are based from previous experience, training, and concepts, what we call muscle memory, that needs to be built, and all of that starts in your mind. You need to have a strong mind. You need to have a clear mind as to what your weapons are. You need to be instinctively familiar with your tools and systems that you has to your availability.
Let's talk about some of the talking points out there. The first one being, okay, you covered why didn't you shoot back, because that's one of the issues that I see all over. Why didn't they shoot back? Okay, so that one we've covered. The next one, what could Lloyd have done any different? Hold the gun better.
Yeah. Look, whenever you see, all these incidents, and with CCTV footages and cameras all over the world, we see them more and more. Dash cams of police vehicles, shopping centres and things like that. And every second armchair critic and keyboard warrior has got his own version of what he would have done. We take it from where it comes. We just laugh and laugh at them. Some of the comments are really funny actually. But those people that has got lots of critics or criticism against Lloyd, they must get up, put their sugar-free soft drink down, put their bucket of popcorn down, get up from behind their screen or the TV where they've watched the 100th action movie, put on the bulletproof, put on your boots, get into the car with us in that confined space, and maybe when you're lucky, because you are bound to be lucky sometimes, bullets will be incoming, and let's see what you are made of really, because hindsight is a wonderful thing. And in hindsight, I could have done much better. I could have done certain things better, but in the moment, things happen in the moment, and you need to live in that moment, and you need to react in the moment. So Lloyd did a good job. He did what he was asked to do. I asked him to phone Robbie and Joss by name. They are very famous now. Unfortunately, there was scramblers and cell phone scramblers and blockers and all those type of things, and those type of equipment is available to the bad guys. So he couldn't make the call. What else should he have done? Like you said, should he have held the gun better? There was not an opportunity for him to get out, run, shoot, or do anything. The best thing he could do was stay calm, which he did brilliantly. He didn't freak out and be a bigger burden on me, trying to keep the car on its wheels. So, for a guy that worked fourth day in the company and on the fourth day, or first week in the company, fourth day in the gun battle, he did exceptionally well. Hats off to you. The level of training and the level of ability of armed security officers from all, in every field, whether it's cash and transit, armed reaction. And I'm very sad to say that the quality and the ability out there does not stand up to the dangers they are facing. The problem is now that the outcome of a situation like that is based on luck. The operator is just lucky that he hasn't been killed, and that is just not a good place to be. The industry needs to realize that the better trained officer you get, the better jobs you will get. Then the guy on the street will sell himself, will sell the company. He needs to look the part, and he needs to be the part at the end of the day. I've seen companies that really doesn't care. They send the guy maybe once a year for a qualifying shoot, or what we call a Regulation 21 assessment, which is not even closely enough to get the guy where he needs to be able to manage himself. But when it comes to bottom line margins, they do not want to spend money on their personnel. You know, that goes for, apart from training, you know, it goes to equipment and everything that goes with it. But when it comes to specific training, the people needs to be able to have the confidence to go out there and know whatever comes his way, he will be able to manage. Too many times I get onto the range and I ask them, if you look at an incident like that, how much confidence have you got to manage that? And sadly, almost 90% plus of them recognizes the fact that they do not have what it takes to do that. So to them, it's a job. He needs to earn an income, and knowingly going into a potential gunfight every single day and still do it, still put on the bulletproof day after day. You know, it's just amazing. But you know, desperateness and, you know, financial tough times calls for desperate measures at the end of the day.